Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as Quant and Qnt. And it's not going to be a large portion on XRP or Ripple. It's honestly going to be mainly focused on Qnt and why I do believe that everyone that is holding XRP should most likely be holding Qnt as well. So let's just jump in and let's talk about things. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate that. But let's talk about Qnt first, and then we'll kind of bridge the gap in between, of course, XRP and Qnt. So first off, Qnt sitting at about $124. We did jump up all the way to $132. 64.45% trade volume in. Looks pretty good overall. I'm glad that we're holding this level pretty strong. I mean, we came down to about $121. Even while Bitcoin is kind of having this nice little drop in price, you know, we're holding $120 fairly good, which is fairly good because if you talk about the level that we need to hold, it is $118. It is our fib level that we have broken down before, which led us to all the way to like I think it was like $80. I mean, let's go back here. So yeah, it was like $97, $92. So around that point, which is exactly why I like to see the $118 level hold. I told you guys if we do drop below that, it's most likely $105. So if we do lose $118, just be aware of $105 being tested. But with this being said, you know, we are seeing the holders tab continuing to grow. We hit about 45,000 just the other day. Now we're at 45,160, which is awesome to see. But let's talk about the direct connection with XRP and Qnt. So first off, to understand Qnt, you know, it's sort of a simple way of describing this payment method, but it's honestly a little complicated as well. So for those who are new to this space, maybe you don't understand how payment works, maybe you don't understand the banking scene and stuff like that, and that's totally fine. I'm not going to sit here and try to even describe that to you. But I can describe this image to you. So here's Overledger. You know, this is their interchange, multi-asset and payment interchange network that they have built. So you have Party A and Party B. Now, these are two completely different banks. And here we have their transaction services, the interchange transaction. Now, this would flow over the Overledger, and it would choose a specific DLT. It might choose, you know, XRP. It might be choosing, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever the case may be, right? Now, we have Overledger Broker, delivery versus payment, cross-chain atomic swaps as well. This is pretty much anything that you could utilize within this area. Of course, through the Overledger network, it is going to bridge the gap all the way to a central bank, digital currency stablecoin, agency bank, which is faster payments UK, BACS, CHAPS, SEPA, SWIFT, all of that kind of stuff. And then, of course, request to pay open banking through like pay.uk. And of course, we have CBDCs and like, you know, wrap CBDCs and stuff like that up there. So for the most part, this interchange payment method is going to bridge the gap between, of course, DLTs, kind of allow them to interchange value between one another. And this is actually going to be a very interesting overall way of making payments and stuff. Now, I'm not saying that Overledger is going to be utilized the same way that XRP is going to be utilized. Absolutely not. In fact, you know, Quant's main vision here is just interoperability, providing that interoperability layer between DLTs, cryptocurrency assets that in general that are building out payment networks, basically wants to bridge the gaps between those. Now, why do I mention XRP with Qnt? Well, first off, you got to look at what, you know, Ripple is kind of building here as well. And we're just getting started. We are also working on a fresh approach where central banks will be able to join a network of CBDC ledgers that enables full settlement interoperability while allowing each member to retain their monetary and technological independence. We believe that this will be a game changer for central banks and are excited to release more details on how it works very soon. Now, in my opinion, this direct quote here is something more so that brings me back to Qnt. Now, you know, if we are talking about this, we know what Ripple's vision is with the Interledger protocol. I'm going to kind of break that down here shortly as well. But Quant has been, in my opinion, working with XRP for a very, very long time. Of course, we do see here, you know, this goes back to May 17, 2019. Quant really kind of, you know, quoting this and saying, you know, we agree with Ripple CTO Joel Katz that an interoperability project that only connects blockchains together is not going to be enough. We need to connect all networks together. And I actually just quoted this video or this tweet I think it was in my comparison with Atom versus Quant. But overall, that is true. And when we are talking about, Ripple's vision here, we already know what Ripple's vision is. Basically, revolutionize, if you will, the Swift network. Here's that Internet of Value. Of course, a lot of this IOV needs interoperability. We even see real mobilization needs interoperability in three core things: data, goods, shipping, money. Yeah, I mean, interoperability it's huge. But here comes the Interledger protocol. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly why the Interledger protocol is very hard for it to fully work. Okay, so first off, for the Interledger protocol to work fully, you would need to have every single payment network on the Interledger protocol. And of course, will Quant need to do that? Yes, but the difference here is that Quant does not need to be implemented. The networks don't have to be implemented in a complex way. In fact, Quant works by having a 3-line code mechanism that pretty much is an instant connection to legacy platforms to DLTs. The Interledger protocol is just allowing interoperability between money networks. Quant is allowing interoperability between DLTs to allow for that interconnectivity between these major networks to transact value across digital asset networks. But of course, like I said, when we were talking about the Interledger protocol, it's a very good network. I think that it's not a network, but it's a very good protocol in terms of interoperability and allowing for these networks to communicate with one another, especially from Ripple's side. But when we are talking about things that are happening here, Ripple definitely is disrupting the game, but I do believe that they are disrupting the game with Qnt. Hence, the Digital Pound Foundation. Hence, of course, the Digital Euro Association as well. A lot of this is focused on Nostro Vostro accounts and, of course, the global financial system. Honestly, I just see the next big thing being, interoperability. I think that we really need these core values in order for DLTs to make that next step forward. Same with even Ripple. I mean, Ripple's not going to achieve their vision without interoperability. They've seen this early on. That's why they, created the Interledger protocol. Okay, and don't get me wrong, the Interledger protocol is great, it's incredible, and when we are talking about this, yes, it is being utilized now, but the difference between Interledger protocol and Quant is just how fast to market it could be, but also the direct connections and how fast that could be set up as well. A lot of this is completely different though. I mean, if you're comparing Interledger protocol, comparing it to, Overledger or just Quant in general and what they're pretty much trying to do, it's completely different technology, and it's a lot, in my opinion, it's a lot more complex than a lot of individuals kind of make it out to be, but 3 lines of code on Quant will literally have a bank set up to make payments over a digital network tomorrow. All right, and it's going to be incredible, to say the least, to watch all of this unfold. And while we are watching things unfold, we are seeing major updates within, of course, the Quant area. Here's Alastria, Spain's national blockchain architecture, consisting of greater than 500 Spanish entities, is a known Qnt lead. 2 big multinational members of Alastria stand out: Santander and Repsol. Now see, these 2 images, an example on Quant's website. Too much coincidence, if you ask me. And here we have, permission public networks are a very new concept. Inspired by Alastria, an association of over 500 Spanish entities that includes BBVA, Santander, Cepsa, and Repsol. The Inter-American Development Bank and the European Union decided to launch regional networks for Latin America and the Caribbean and the European Union, respectively. They aim to provide a decentralized, public, and regulatory compliant network where everyone can join, provided they comply with certain permissioning, requirements. This requires an underlying orchestration vehicle. And then, of course, the second image here, you guys have it on Quant's website. Here we have Overledger, and of course, you do see Repsol with Marco and E.G. Santander with, I want to say that is Link. I can't really see that, but again, these are some big names and also big connections, and I do completely agree with Son here. I definitely do think that the connections here are just way too much for a coincidence. Also, we do see Qnt are building the infrastructure for the Latin American dollar, an interbank network of 12 countries initially. This huge network and region will utilize Overledger for payments and more. We could also expect more countries to join. And here we have one of the projects we're working on is the Latin American dollar. An interbank network for 12 countries initially. We're building this infrastructure and upgrading all of these nations to modern payments infrastructure. I want you to all realize that Quant is no joke. They are not messing around. They are here to go after large amounts of money. Do I think that they're going to kill XRP or anything? No, absolutely not. They are going to work together. They have been already. This is exactly why I have been, paying attention to a lot of the things with the Digital Pound Foundation. This is why I've also been talking to you guys about a lot of the things in terms of even the Digital Euro Association. A lot of this is pretty big when you are looking at it from sort of, a technological area, but also even just the finance area as well. And last but not least, I do want to connect the dots with a lot of things that are happening as well. Shout out to Big Bags 30K on Twitter. Here we have, here's Telefonica. Telefonica. I'm sorry, TrustOS, the platform blockchain of Telefonica Tech, allows companies to issue NFTs easily. Alliance with OX or 0x, Polygon, so this is Polygon Network, to develop Web3 solutions. Then we got this. Today we released Overledger 2.1 to add support for Polygon, an Ethereum-compatible network providing faster transactions at lower cost to users. Then, of course, we see this. Quant partners with LAC Chain, a global alliance led by the Inter-American Development Bank's IDB Lab. And of course, Telefonica Tech joins the global alliance LAC Chain. Telefonica Tech joins the LAC Chain global alliance to promote the development of the blockchain ecosystem in Latin America and the Caribbean. A lot of this stuff is directly connected. I mean, like when you look at the things that are being built right now, it is getting very, very interesting, especially in terms of the Web3 scene. Guys, I am here for it. And this is where I really kind of wanted to end the video when we are talking about this major update. So check out things that are being, interconnected here. This is them adding support for Polygon. Obviously, we've talked about it just recently in this tweet here. But I want to break down how big this actually is. So Polygon solves common blockchain pain points, offering low gas fees and high speeds without sacrificing security. To date, there are more than 6,000 dApps already using the system. In numbers, a transaction that cost traders USD 50 and takes minutes on Ethereum now costs less than a cent and is instantaneous on Polygon. All Overledger functions available for Ethereum can now be performed on Polygon testnet, such as creating a Matic transaction, searching, monitoring an address, and more. Support for Polygon mainnet will be available shortly. Polygon integration is part of Quant's product roadmap for Overledger, providing seamless interoperability of smart tokens across multiple DOTs and blockchain. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Their overall goal here is to just be the interoperability layer for every single crypto network. I mean, it's honestly going to be absolutely massive for these DOTs and blockchains in general to have Qnt be in that interoperability layer between them all. It's similar to like Energy Web Token. I've discussed to you guys Energy Web Token and how they are making every literal, when we're talking about crypto assets. Sorry, I just like scrambled my words. When we are talking about Energy Web Token, they are literally becoming the Qnt for blockchain technology, except for energy, and making them all sustainable. This is exactly what we'd like to see. I mean, we're talking about enterprise-grade solutions that are revolutionizing this entire space. If you could revolutionize crypto, okay? I'm just saying right now, this market is very early, okay? Innovations and revolutions in this market are, it's not hard to make these major, innovations in the space, but if you can, and you see an opportunity, you jump on it. The reason why I bring this up is that when we are talking about Energy Web Token or even Qnt, this is at $154.3 million market cap. This thing is extremely undervalued. I've discussed it to you guys multiple times. Also, Energy Web Token does provide the sustainability for XRP as a token. And of course, when we are talking about Qnt, these two are very similar in the way that Qnt is the interoperability bridge between, blockchains and crypto, and Energy Web Token is the energy sustainability bridge between crypto. This is why I hold both of these, because they are absolutely incredible in terms of how undervalued they are, and Quant is coming for every single DOT out there and every single blockchain to provide that interoperability layer between them, because they also realize how early we are in crypto and how big this massive crypto network will eventually become. Web 3.0 is going to be built with crypto tech, and I am going to be here for it. I'm going to be watching this unfold greatly. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.